Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Now today the news came out from the Scottish FA that Gordon Strachan has stepped down as Scotland manager, which leaves us asking the question, who will be the next to take the job? Who will be the next guy to try and take us to a major tournament? Probably will end up failing, to be honest, at this rate, but who will be the next person to try and take us to a major tournament, take us to Euro 2020 in France? There's a few names being launched out there. You hear the likes of Alec McLeish, you hear Sam Allardyce has even been bloody linked with it. There's an array of names that are being thrown out there for the contention of having the Scotland job, but there's been one thing that is a little question in the back of my mind. It's never going to happen. And what if Brendan Rodgers was to take the Scotland job as a kind of side thing? A few people commented on it, commented that idea on my video the other night about Scotland, saying just imagine Brendan Rodgers took the job. A few people did leave that idea, and it left me thinking genuinely what would happen. It's never going to happen, never in a million years, but he came up to Celtic and he transformed what was going downhill for Celtic into the greatest season in the club's recent history. So, you know, he's done a lot of good for Celtic. The question is, would he be able to do that? Would he be able to replicate that success that he's had at Celtic at Scotland? Could he do it? Is it probable? Could he do it? We're going to launch up FM. Not the most obviously realistic thing in the world, right? It's a good indicator at times, but it's not going to be set in stone. This is what would happen. But we're going to see what FM would predict would happen if Brendan Rodgers was to have the Scotland job. Right then, so we've loaded up the game here. As you can see, my manager is in, and we have got it all set up. July 2016, we'll have a look. The group here, if you look, is the exact group as Scotland had in real life for trying to qualify for the World Cup. That's what we're going to be looking at. We're going to see if Brendan Rodgers could take us to the World Cup, unlike obviously Gordon Strachan couldn't. So there's a group: Lithuania, Malta, Scotland, Slovakia, Slovenia and England, all in a group there. And as you can see, Brendan Rodgers is Scotland manager. His team just now is just the default team that they get here, so we'll see how it chops and changes under the kind of 2-year spell leading up to the World Cup, and see if Brendan Rodgers can ultimately do what Gordon Strachan couldn't. The schedule, if you look here, has got the first few games in September, October and November. So what we're going to do is we're going to sim to the end of 2016, get these first batch of games out of the way, see how we done, see how we started the campaign, compare it to how Gordon Strachan started the campaign, and then we'll have a look at the team also selected, and then sim through the next set of group matches. I know I've got a headset on now, just ignore it. Anyway, we have simmed through to January 1st, so we've went about 6 months through the season, which means Scotland should have played their first batch of qualifiers under Brendan Rodgers. We'll have a look at the squad that he picked in a moment, but it's time to just look at the initial results. And alright, no, right, they've not played any. Turns at the start in March. They have played them. They have played the games. I was right. It's just because I went into the new year, and aye, they've played them. So the first 4 games have been played, and Scotland are doing... they've only lost once, I suppose. It was at home to England, which is quite disappointing. But 2 draws away from home, which is decent, which means they have won a home game against Slovakia, where they actually won 3-0. So they're sitting in a position right now of 4th. We'll compare that to Gordon Strachan's in a moment. But they're sitting on 5 points, only 2 points off second place. England, as expected, romping the group at the current moment in time. They've not dropped a lot. We've only dropped 2 points. They've not lost yet. The only draw was to Slovenia. So Scotland right now still have a number of games. They've still got to play Malta twice, which is 6 points. Should be 6 points. I believe they've still got Lithuania. If we look, no, they've got Lithuania at home. So things are not going too badly for Scotland at the minute. If we look at the squad he is currently using, starting 11's Gordon. He's got a different back 4. He's got Tierney playing. Robertson's not in the starting 11 here. We've got Hanley, Martin and Patterson. So quite a different back 4. Fletcher, MacArthur as the centre mids. Morrison, Ritchie and Phillips as a track 3, and Naismith as the striker. Obviously this probably changes game to game, so don't take that as his set starting 11. And this is the team he's overall selected. So you can have a look at the team there. Ryan Jack does get in, so there you go, Rangers fans, something to be happy about. Lee Griffiths is there, Ryan Gould's in, Scott Bain's in, Kenny McLean is in. A very different looking team. A very different looking team to the one that Gordon Strachan did pick. So 4 games in, how are we doing under Strachan? So after 4 games under Gordon Strachan, we were sitting on 4 points after losing to Slovakia, losing to England, beating Malta and drawing with Lithuania. Here we're sitting with an extra point, which is not too bad, to be honest, because I think this is actually a tougher start. If you look, they've beat Slovakia, they lost to England at home, sadly.
They drew with Lithuania again, but away from home, and they got Slovenia away from home out the way. So really is a nice second half to this group for Scotland. They're doing better by a point right now. How will they be doing by the end of the qualifiers, though? Right, I've not simmed to the very end because I want to see the position they lie in going into the... And I can actually see it there. Here we go. Things are going very well for Brendan Rodgers if we quickly go and look. If we look here, they're going very well. Second place, 15 points, 4 wins. They beat Slovenia, they've won all their home games so far. Drew with Slovenia away from home. Away from home, they've been great. They've only lost once. It was at home, sadly. But they are doing really well. 15 points, sitting second in the group. Things are going well. And the last 2 games they have, if you look at their schedule, is one they should be winning, and one they will probably lose. And with the win, they should qualify. So things are looking alright, because England at Wembley will be difficult. If they lost at Hampden and Gavin, they'll lose at Wembley. And they should be beating Malta. So things are going well. In 2017, the form was great again, just like it was with Gordon Strachan. We're winning games. They did draw away with Slovakia, like real life. Not a bad result. You have a look at the goals. Griffiths scored 3 in those games. They scored again. Morrison, Phillips and Ritchie getting the others. In this game, Gould, Ritchie and Phillips. If I check 2016, the goal scorer, let's see who's responsible for all the goals. Ritchie there. Ritchie and Griffiths seem to be the main scorers. There's Griffiths again, Fraser, Morrison, and in this game, Snodgrass and Ritchie. So Ritchie and Griffiths doing the majority of the work, but now it comes down to 2 games to see if he can take us to the World Cup. There is the team at this point in the season. Jai Kitongo has made his way into the Scotland team somehow. He must be in great form. There's the team there. That has been took. Ryan Jack's still there in the team. But now there's 2 games to go in 2017. Malta and England, they know what they have to do. Basically, get a win and hope for the best against England. That's about it. It's close again, though. It is close again. We have went past the day where they've played both games. They've played England, they've played Malta. Where did Scotland finish? That is the question. Where did they manage to finish? There we go. Through to the playoff round where they will take on Denmark. If we have a look at how the group finished very quickly, Scotland finished in second, 18 points. They had 2 losses, both of them against England. They lost 3-1, but they did beat Malta. It was enough to take them over the line. And Brendan Rodgers, as Scotland manager, has took Scotland a step closer than what Gordon Strachan did. So massive, massive results. And things have went very well for Brendan Rodgers as Scotland manager. Matt Phillips got the goal at Wembley, but we didn't win. Griffiths and Ryan Jack got the goals against Malta. And now they've got Denmark. The question is, can they get by Denmark? Can they get themselves to the World Cup? I mean, it would be massive if they did. Let's quickly check, just out of curiosity, how he's also doing with Celtic at the same time. I mean, he's taking on 2 jobs, which is massive. But if we kind of, how do we look at like the schedule? I don't know how we look at, like, I want to look at his record. I don't know if he won the league or not last season. He probably did. He did win the league. Won the league. Don't know how he done the other competitions. Right, we're going to go to after the playoffs now. Right, the playoffs should be done, and the question is, did Scotland manage to get to the World Cup? No, never. Damn, that's a shame. Disappointing result at home. 3-1 loss at Hampden to Denmark, which is incredibly disappointing. If you look at the team that was sent out, I mean, Marshall, Suter, Devlin, Lindsay, a very weird young team. Kitongo played. I mean, Suter, Devlin and Lindsay were the 3 of the back 4. Marshall was in goals. The team selection was a bit iffy. We then decided to field a slightly better team. A much better team at hand. Surprise, surprise, we didn't lose. We drew 2-2 away from home after going down 2-0. They drew 2-2. So maybe if they played a better team in this first leg, they would have been going to the World Cup. But no, they lose 5-3 on aggregate. Brendan Rodgers done his best as Scotland manager. He did get us to the World Cup, but he got us to the playoff. Finished second in the groups. It was unlucky. I wonder how it would go going forward. That about does it for this video, just to test how Brendan Rodgers would do as Scotland manager. If you enjoyed, make sure to like and subscribe. If you want to see more, then let me know. Let me know what you'd want to see. And until next time, I'll see you all later.